Well, hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Today I've got a special guest. We're going to be talking to Sherry Ficklin all about her brand new book, The Canary Club. Sherry, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am really good. Just a little side note here, guys. We are in the middle of a thunderstorm here, so if this glitches, I apologize. I've got my artificial lights going on, so unless I lose power, we should be okay. But just in case, Sherry's going to run the show.
Don't tell them that. That's terrible.
I did that intentionally because we actually talked about that beforehand. But
yeah, you just be warned that if you're gone, it's like inmates running the asylum at that point. I can't even guarantee what might happen.
I almost want to go offline just to see what happens.
With singing.
I see that with singing because we were talking about that.
It's terrible.
Sing-alongs with Sherry. I think we should make it a thing.
You know, it's funny. We were looking at starting my YouTube channel. Is going to be starting up at the end of summer, and we're like looking at intros. And I totally want to do like a Clarissa Explains It All type intro. Do you remember that from like the 90s?
I never saw that show.
Gosh. Okay, so somebody back me up here. Was that or was that not amazing? See, Alyssa loves it. Yeah. See, she knows. She knows what's good.
She does know. But no, I feel like we really need to do like a Saturday sing-along with Sherry. Like, this should be a thing.
I can't sing. That's the problem. I actually have a friend who's like a voice coach, and she took me to karaoke, and she was like, you can totally sing one song. And she was like, we should go.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hey, listen, speaking of singing and karaoke, that's kind of the perfect tie-in to your book. So tell me a little bit about the Canary Club.
Oh, The Canary Club is my newest historical fiction. It's set in the late 1920s with Benny and Macy, who are just, young adults from opposite sides of this really divided political climate. She's very well-to-do, new money, the daughter of a wealthy gangster, and he's just a boy from the wrong side of the tracks whose father has died, and he's sort of been taking odd jobs to take care of his family and wound up on the wrong side of the law. And it's really fun. My favorite thing to do when I'm doing historical is to take actual historical people and sort of just really mess with their lives and put them in these terrible situations and see how they come out of it. And so that's what I did with Canary, which was really fun.
And I love that you're just so free as to admit that you really mess up people's lives, because I like to do that too.
Big time. It's funny, I actually have on my office wall, I have a little plaque that says, how can things get worse? And so whenever I'm stuck in a plot, I just think, how can things get worse? And then that's what I write.
I feel like this needs to be my strategy from now on. Like, I love that.
When in doubt, kill someone.
I love that. See, you and we're very much alike here.
The George R.R. Martin School of Book Writing.
There you go. That's hilarious. Okay, so I know with the Canary Club, it is coming out. When is it coming out? Give us the date.
October 16th.
Okay, so it's coming out in a few months, and I know you already have a little bit going on to kind of get people ready for that, and that's actually going to lead me into something in a minute, but tell me what you have that's kind of a intro to this world.
Well, we have 3 short stories that are from various characters in Canary Club. You have Macy's story, you have June's story, and you have Dickie's story. And all 3 of those are prequels, which actually lead into the Canary Club novel. And they're available in digital format. They're shorter stories, but they give you a really good idea of sort of where everyone's at when we get into the start of Canary, how they got to where they were. And you also get a lot of character secrets. There was so many interesting characters in Canary, I didn't get to really develop all of the side characters the way I wanted to. So the shorts gave me an opportunity to sort of tell their stories going in. Writer's creed.
Listen, guys, if you have questions for Sherry, now is the time. Pop them in the chat box. We are going to be monitoring this as we are chatting. But I do have something really cool for you as well. So we've been talking just a little bit about kind of the behind the scenes of Canary Club. And I know at this point, you're probably really interested. And I've got something for you. Sherry was kind enough to give us the first couple of chapters of the Canary Club as a sample. We're giving that to you right now. So if you jump into the comments for this video and you type the word Canary Club sample, I will automatically direct message you with the download. So Canary Club sample. It will pop right into your direct messages. You don't have to go searching for it. Amazing, right?
Oh,
I'm so excited for
it. Awesome. You're so cool. You've got all the
creative, right? This is something really cool. We actually just started doing this over at my author brand that we are working with this new programming where I can kind of deliver stuff as I'm live, which is kind of magical unicorn powers, which I'm really excited about. So throughout the course of this hangout time, we are going to be dropping a couple of other things where things are going to be sent directly to your inbox, and it's going to make life so much easier for you. So I'm really excited for it. We're going to show that to you in just a little bit. Now, Sherry, what is something really big and really important we need to know about the Canary Club?
The Canary Club is really very much a star-crossed love story. And when I got into writing it, initially it was just told in Benny's point of view, and I expanded it to include Macy's point of view because she really, anytime she was on page, she just ate the scene that she was in. And there was so much about her personality that you just couldn't get in another person's point of view. And I think she's very much like Jade, where she's this amazingly strong character that's faced with these just impossible choices. And she really wants to do what's best for everyone, but what's best for other people is definitely not what's best for her. So I think that is her big, conundrum in her life, is that she's trying to figure out a way to sort of make everyone else happy and not lose herself in the process. So I think that's the big takeaway from Canary, is that it's really sort of about growing and making those really tough decisions that you have to make when you're kind of on the cusp of adulthood.
Good call. I like that. So if you didn't catch that, guys, and I absolutely love this, if you are a fan of Jade from the Jaded Duology, and I know that is coming out just around the corner, in fact, a week and a day. We're like 8 days away from the release of Jaded. I'm really excited for this. And if you are someone who got your hands on an advanced copy, you know Jade, you love Jade. I've received rave reviews about Jade, and you love her. You're also going to love Canary Club because these ladies are very, very similar. And I love that connection. So thanks for that, Sherry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting how you can have characters from different times and different settings that are really still resonating with the same problems and the same issues, which I think is just universal. We all have those issues. So it's nice to be able to explore that within fiction.
Absolutely. And I love that. And I love that we have those connections. Just because it's set in a different time, a different place, different things going on, doesn't mean that it's not the same kind of life lessons and the same underlying storyline there, which is really cool to see those crossovers. In fact, earlier this week, I released a drawing from one of my amazing Reading Transforms artists. She did this cross picture of both of my characters together. They had Jade and Ilaria, who are two very different women who are also very, very similar, and they don't cross over at all, but we found some similarities, and she kind of built this really pretty picture about it. So I love seeing that crossover.
I love it. When I think of all my characters, I feel like most of my female main characters have very similar situations that they're in. They're sort of dealing with these things, but they all deal with them very differently. So it's really interesting to see how they handle the situations they're in.
I love that. And I was going to say that about yours too, and mine as well. But they have very similar situations, and they handle them very, very differently. And they get these very different, but also very similar outcomes. And I kind of love those overlapping connections.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny. I got to the end of Canary, and I genuinely almost killed everyone. I was like, and no happy endings for you. If you've read the Queen books, I'm kind of a fan of tragedies. And I had sent it to my agent, and she said, well, if you kill everyone, it's literary fiction, but if they live, it's YA. So
that's amazing. Oh, I love that. That's
good to know.
So now we know the difference.
There we go. Now you know.
Oh, goodness.
Knowing is half the battle.
So let me ask you.
You're horrible, Sherry.
Yeah.
I'm not even sorry.
I think that's hilarious. And I would say, yeah, you are horrible, because I read the Queen books, and I know what you did. I love that you went there, but I also hate you for it.
I know. Well, it didn't start out happy, didn't end happy. Okay, are any of you guys watching Rain? Like the TV show Rain?
Yes.
Did you watch the finale?
I did. Yep.
Sobbed like a lunatic. I was like, is not okay. And like, I knew going into this series from episode 1 how it ended, like, historically. And then I was like, surely they're not gonna, and then they did. I was like,
oh, I knew they would. I've been calling that since last season. I knew they would go there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I'm like, no, it's so sad.
Well, they gave us so many, like, loose...
I got kind of a happy ending.
Kind of a happy ending. Can we just talk about that for a second? Like, guys, if you have not seen the finale, don't listen to this next bit. Just kind of, like, mute. We'll be back. But, you know what I loved? They had shown Francis at the end.
Yes!
Yes. I've been texting with a couple of my girlfriends about it because we watch it together and we talk.
Yeah.
And I turned around and I go, they filmed that beforehand. I know that they filmed that beforehand back when he was still there because he hasn't changed one bit. And so an hour after the episode, I get this link from one of the girls. She's like, you were right. They filmed it back when he was there. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I loved how they did that, how they had the foresight to actually film that in preparation for this ending that they always knew they would do because they hate us.
Yeah. Well, and I think that they have more seasons planned, but then when they realized they weren't getting another season, they sort of had to fast forward. So that's why we get that huge time gap at the end.
Yeah.
Which, while disappointing, like, you kind of still understand. I would have liked to see more.
Me too. I know there's an article that one of the girls sent me. I haven't read it yet, but it was the director or the writer talking about what would have been next season. So remind me, I'll have to send that to you later because that's sure is going to be a good read.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, but, you know, you look at these great women in history and very few of them got happy endings. So every once in a while, I have to give up and let everybody live.
Sometimes people have to die. It's the way it goes. And let's be real. Let's just be real here because it's not just the historical books where we're killing people off. We're doing ones we're making up too.
Oh, yeah. I still get comments from people angry at the end of losing Logan. And I'm like, he was dead on page 1. What do you expect? He was never alive in this book.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love that. My gosh. I just dropped a hint for my fans early this week in my read-along group. So I just wrapped up my read-along for Golden. And I dropped, like, somebody made a comment, and then I commented on the comment. So I don't know how many of them have seen it yet. But I admitted that one of my main characters that I absolutely love in one of the series that is out in the world is not going to make it. And that's all I'm saying. But
that's mean.
And I knew from the beginning, from the very start, that this person was not going to survive. I always have endgame for my characters, so I know who's surviving and who's coming out with, like, missing limbs and things. But I admitted it that one of them's definitely not going to make it. I think exactly one person has noticed yet.
That's funny. In Canary, there are a couple people that don't make it, and when I was writing, the person that I thought was not going to survive did, and the person that I thought was going to die did not. Like, it was really different than I expected it to be. The person that didn't make it was a surprise, and the person that made it was also a surprise.
That's hilarious. I love that. Isn't it weird how sometimes you have something planned out and your characters just hijack it and change things?
Oh, yeah, completely. They're like, yeah, this is not going to happen. Yeah, it completely happened with the end of Canary repeatedly. So I was just like, by the end, I was just like, whatever, do whatever you want. I don't really care anymore.
That's amazing. I have a character in Jaded who was not supposed to be in this book. Like, they were supposed to come on, say 2 or 3 lines, like, you know, further the story and then get out. And this character, I call him Smarmy, he forced his way in, and then he demanded a bigger part, and then he demanded a huge part, and then he demanded, like, to take over my book. And in the last 3/4 of my book, just like this tiny little bit. And now he's this huge person. And I know you're in the comments here, you're going to say something about him, but they've all fallen for this guy, and I just want to slap him. And he hijacks my story every time I try to work with him. And I
love that. I think that's the best.
Watch it.
It makes me happy. I love it when characters run amok.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it.
I like being as surprised as everybody else by what happens in my stories. People always think, you know, are you in control? To some degree, but not really. You know, to some degree, you have an idea of where you want everybody to be, but usually it's more of a surprise than that.
Always. Like, you know where it's going, and then they tell you it's not.
Yeah.
You brought You kill him right then and there.
Done. Push him down the stairs.
There we go. That's a fun one.
Okay. Whatever works. Whatever it takes. How many people did I push down the stairs in the Queen books? Like 3. So many people got pushed down the stairs.
Lots of people going downstairs. I mean, easiest way to kill them off. Just bye-bye.
The big tornado. In fairness, I originally had one of them getting eaten by wolves, and then they were like, that's a little graphic. So I was like, all right, whatever.
Come on. This is YA. We're all graphic at this point.
That's right.
That's hilarious. See, there's the smarmy comments. I told you they were coming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Speaking of, guys, don't be near the stairwell. No. Guys, don't be near a stairwell near Sherry. There we go. I had to read that like 3 times.
That's a good rule of thumb, really. I'm a walking disaster.
That's funny. Okay, guys, so she admitted it here. We're going to clip that one up, and that's going on Instagram tonight.
Oh, great. Thanks.
You know, it's all fair here.
I know. All fair. I know. I knew what I was in for.
You did. I've been very, very gentle with you. I have not gone hard hitting on this, so we can change that if you want to change that.
Oh, just don't make me sing.
But that's where I was going.
I'll say no. No, that's just mean. That's mean to everybody else. It's not even mean to me. That's mean to the viewers.
Sadness.
Torture.
Sadness. Torture. You should write that into one of your books. That is the ultimate form of torture there. Have them die that way.
I've heard that like there are places where we hold like prisoners and then they play like really terrible music to torture them. So I feel like I should get that job. Like I could totally pull that off.
That's hilarious.
People
you know what we should do?
To tell secrets.
I just made a decision. We need to have a live broadcast where we get like 6 of us on one of these screens and just talk about the vicious ways we could kill off our characters and really freak our fans out. So I feel like that'd be fun.
For sure. You know, I'm working on the final Canary Club book, and I'm trying to not. There's a character that I really, really want to kill, and I'm trying really hard not to. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see if this character survives or not. We'll see.
Well, now I want to know. I love coming on these things and like hinting, but then not being able to know. Because like it's fun when I do it, but when you do it to me, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, that's hilarious. All right, so we talked a little bit about Canary today. If you did not get your sample of the Canary Club, make sure you type into the comments. You want to type in Canary Club sample. If you are interested in my book Jaded, I want you to jump in the comments and you can get the first 3 chapters for free by typing in Try Jaded. That is Try Jaded. Type that in, you can get that for free. Also, we've got something really cool I want to tell you about. We do have the release party for Jaded coming up next Tuesday, which I'm really excited about. So a week from today, if you are watching our rebroadcast, it is on June 27th. You can actually get the link for that by typing into the comments below party. Okay, just the word party. It'll give you the link so you can get signed up, save your seat. We're giving away books. We're playing games. We're doing all sorts of amazing things. In fact, I was just talking to my elite street team members. So I've got my street team and then I've got my elite street team. And we were coming up with things to do for this party. So we've got some amazing games and contests and all sorts of wonderful things that involve coloring and drawing and just like, oh, it's amazing. It's going to be so much fun. I hope you will join us. Type in party and it'll send you the link. Or if you are watching the rebroadcast over on YouTube, you can go to jadedlaunchparty.k.m.robinsonbooks.com. Sherry, give us the final word on why my fans should totally hang out with the Canary Club.
You know, if you're looking for books that are strong female protagonists and interesting plots and something you haven't read before, I think Canary's going to be right up your alley.
And I totally and completely agree with that. I have had the honor of getting my hands on all of Sherry's books, and you should totally check them out. Love them to death, and I know you guys will love them too. Sherry, tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on my website, sherryficklin.com, or you can find me on Twitter, Sherry_Ficklin, or Instagram, Sherry_Ficklin.
Fantastic. So guys, make sure you go and hang out with Sherry. We will pop that in the comments below as well so that you can connect with her. And there we go. We've got the beautiful Canary Club.
It's so pretty. I love it.
You know what I really love? I'm just going to shout this out because I thought that, no, I can't speak. I'm going to shout this out because I think that this was fun. When you were in New York, you actually left a whole bunch of books sitting around the city. I feel like that was really cool. What inspired you to do that?
All over the city. I'd seen them done before. Like Emma Watson, I know, does book drops all over the place, and she sort of videos herself leaving these books. And I just think it's a fun. I'm a sucker for scavenger hunts anyway, and I just think it's a fun sort of thing to do for book lovers to be able to go out and have fun and also pick up a free book, which I think is really cool. So we did. We left them all over the city at random places. And it was really fun because people would see you leaving them and then be like really unsure what was happening. Like, it was like people were very confused. I'm not gonna lie, but it was great.
That's amazing. I love that, and I feel like this is something we need to actually set up, kind of in the digital space. I feel like it might be fun to kind of set up a scavenger hunt, go looking for books around everybody's social media and websites and things like that. So chat with me later. Is that fun? All right. I'm just going to scan the comments real quick to make sure I didn't miss anything. They want you to come to where they live and leave books around their town. So I
don't get to see it very often, which is a shame. I will say we're going to do a couple drops in Denver over Comic-Con weekend. So
there you go, guys. Go hang out for Comic-Con.
As if they needed another reason to go to Comic-Con, right?
Right. Exactly. We're twisting that arm.
I will be signing books. I will be doing some panels, and I will be really trying not to stalk Nathan Fillion too badly.
Which I believe you did last year too, didn't you?
He was John Barrowman last year, and it was totally worth it.
That's amazing. So I guess if you guys want to meet Sherry, you got to go hang out with Nathan, and that would be awesome.
I'll be there.
On that note, if any of you know him, please come be friends with us.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to make sure that you can hang out with him this year.
That's right.
All right. Sherry, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Guys, if you have not gotten the Canary Club yet, get the sample by typing in Canary Club sample. You get the first 4 chapters of this for free, and then you can get the full book in October. It is currently up on Amazon for pre-order, correct?
It is.
On it. Sherry, thanks so much for hanging out. This has been awesome. I always love hanging out with you.
Yeah, I always love hanging out with you too.
It's so much fun. We're awesome. All right, everyone, have a great day. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. As always, you can hit me up on k.m.robinsonbooks.com. You can find me on social media at k.m.robinsonbooks on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and YouTube. And make sure you come hang out with me because you know I love hanging out with you. And if you have suggestions on who I should have over on my page next to kind of hang out and chat about books, hit up the comments and let me know who you think should come and hang out with me and who I need to be friends with because I always like making new friends. You guys have a great day. Stay inspired, and we'll see you next time. Wednesday, we have Constance Roberts coming to do one of these amazing broadcasts as well. So we will hang out with you on Wednesday with Constance Roberts. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.